Hey, what's up, people? Michael here. If you want to partner your YouTube channel up, check out the link in the description.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, the talk has been that they don't want to play with caution tonight. They want to let it all hang out. They seem to be a pretty revved up group coming into this game. We'll see if that translates into success on the court. And what a shootout we're going to have tonight, a battle of offensive juggernauts. Shaq, what are some things these teams can do to try to gain an advantage?
Well, you got to impose your style of play as early as possible. You got to be versatile in the ways you score. You're just going to go out and do what you do.
Well, that's just saying be aggressive, Ernie. That's it. Aggressive is the most undervalued and then at the same time overused statement. But aggressiveness means getting done what you want to get done. That's what you have to do. That's when you're aggressive.
Shaq, did you understand what he just said?
I sure did not.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Home court advantage goes to the Cavaliers playing here in Quicken Loans Arena. We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin, you hear a lot about the chemistry on this Warriors team. Now, one thing that they do is after a road game, if they have the next day off, they stay in that city and they have a team dinner. Steph Curry said, instead of going our separate ways, we enjoy each other's company. It helps build the camaraderie that you need to be successful. Kevin?
And thanks, David. Relationships come before anything else. Clearly, these guys like each other off the court as well. Two teams tonight that love to get out and run. Brent, talk about some of the keys to being effective in the transition game.
Well, one part about transition, Kevin, is the first couple steps that anybody takes to get out on the break. I mean, there is a skill to running hard in transition and then secondarily getting wide in the lane. So many coaches are yelling at their players about creating space by getting to the sidelines as quickly as possible. Those two things can make you pretty dynamic in the open floor.
Golden State will get the first possession. Now Golden State's starting five. Lethal shooting pair of Clay and KD out on the perimeter. JaVale McGee is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Curry in at the point guard position. Green, no luck. Golden State on D. Here's James. That ball's great assist by Love. LeBron's got his team on the board to start the game for the Cavs. Curry against Hill. Curry kicks to Durant. Over Korver. Durant, no good. Green against James. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Okay, you could try to get LeBron away from the basket, but when he's close to the basket, that's what happens.
Now here's Thompson. Durant kicks to Curry. Thompson dishes to McGee. Outside Curry. A long distance three is buried.
Well, that's the specialty, right? So dangerous from anywhere on the floor. The defense has to be more active and attentive than that.
Up against McGee. Love the pass to Smith. And he's good on the three ball. Smith's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all three looks.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. McGee a screen. Green kicks to McGee. Just 4 to shoot. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Kevin Love, such a versatile offensive player who can pass, who can shoot with range. I like him looking to score inside to get himself going, and that's the way that the offense has tended to go. The first quarter seems to belong to Kevin Love.
Hill drives in, lays it up off the glass. Hill's got his first bucket of the night.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Curry with it. He's picked up by James. Fires from the line. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Curry's got 5.
And one of the things that Steph does well is just spot the area on the floor he wants to get to in the mid-range. That time, knocked it down.
They set the pick. It's a pick by Love. Hill kicks to Corbin. He feeds it to James. Back to Corver. 3-pointer. He doesn't hit that one. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. There's the dish to Curry. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. Count it. Good.
Used to seeing Clay devastate you from the 3-point line or at the rim. This time, from the mid-range.
End of this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Hill dishes to James. It's a pick by Love. It's LeBron with the drive. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Green, he's checked in for Cleveland. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Hill. And the Warriors also making a change. Pachulia, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Green, left side. At 3 off the mark. The Cavaliers leading by 4. In the corner, Smith with it. Stolen by Thompson. Curry on the wing. He's covered by Clarkson. Durant with a wide open look. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Durant's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Go back over the history of the Warriors, and something I'm quite familiar with growing up in the Bay Area. The fans of this team really suffered through a lot, now enjoying the golden age of Golden State Warrior basketball.
And the Warriors, as we all know, were a slumping franchise from the late 70s up until this current run. Only 6 playoff appearances from 1978 to 2012.
Yeah, you don't need to tell me that, Kevin, because I was going to the games growing up as a kid in the Bay Area. But amazing to see that this franchise has found some success and that they found it in Oakland for the fans who have starved for this kind of play for so long. 40 years between championships, and now the golden era for the Golden State Warriors.
First free throw is good.
Well, still, Kevin, sitting here courtside with you in that fine suit, it gets me excited that I have another chance to watch one of the greatest players to play in the NBA. LeBron James continues to dominate.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Rodney Hood comes in for Smith. Golden State also making some changes. David West, he's checked in for Green. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
And I'm just not sure the league has ever seen a more intimidating slasher than LeBron James. A 6'8" bullet train. He's so strong, so quick. And if he gets a shoulder on you, watch out.
Now here's West. Pick by West. Just 5 to shoot. Iguodala off the left rim and out. The Cavaliers leading by 3. James outside. Here's Thompson. Up again. James on the follow. LeBron's got 8 points.
How about LeBron just finding himself in the right position, being patient, grabs the ball and uses his size well there.
Livingston kicks to Thompson. For Hood. Thompson misses. Cleveland's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Dishes to James. And they double one up with LeBron. Green passes to Clarkson. LeBron against Iguodala. From deep, Green. Warriors with the rebound. Thompson. That one doesn't go. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action after this word. And the basketball bloodlines of Klay Thompson. He tells us how his father and brother have become so involved with his success.
I always watch more film than me. And I watch film too. I'm not saying I don't. They're both fans and they have a huge passion for the game. That's why they're still around it.
Yeah, you know, it's great to have that blend of support and competitiveness around you really your whole life.
Yeah, you can try to put a little something over on your coaches from time to again, even your teammates maybe, but family, they'll check you every time.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
So far, they've been active, scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
Well, when you come out in the first quarter with that kind of offense, obviously the game plan is in full effect. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. We've got West. Nick Young is out there with Livingston. Then there's Pachulia. And it's Iguodala in its small forward.
Everything purple just like it's Saints Row. I've been on my own, I'm on it, come up. These rumors circulate, my name don't come up. My money in the bank, watch I come up.
On the free throw, no good. Each coach has his strengths and they've got weaknesses, but if you needed someone to drop a play to get you one bucket out of a timeout, who are some of the names you turn to?
I think I'm going to turn to Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, possibly James Harden, because 2 points can happen after a free throw, right, Kev? So I could get James Harden to the line, and then one LeBron James. That's not a bad list of guys to turn to if I need 2 points.
Absolutely. And then what coach would you have draw up that play?
If I don't say Pop, my life will cease to exist. I'm going to say Greg Popovich in late game situations does a marvelous job. Not only, Kevin, of getting the ball to the guy that he wants potentially to get the game winner, but to have options and to make sure that that player sees those options in case something breaks down.
And here's Calderon after the three-pointer from Andre Iguodala over West. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing. Golden State's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Livingston dishes to Young. West a screen on Green. Iguodala with it. Now Green defending. Screen by Young. Iguodala against Green. Again, Iguodala missing. Iguodala has gone 1 of 3 on the night. Calderon with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. The jump hook. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
Some defenses are okay with giving up the mid-range shot. In this case, they contest it.
Shots good from Young. Cavaliers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Calderon kicks to Thompson. There's the pick. Jeff Green on the wing. He's covered by Livingston. And the shot goes in. Green's got it all tied up now for the Cavs.
And a smooth jump shot from the veteran Green there. These are looks he nails consistently.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Strange to see that this Cavs team, after facing the Warriors, became one of the most elite shooting teams themselves. Their three-point shooting percentage up to about 38% last season. That was second best in the NBA. They also had the second most attempts in the league behind the Rockets.
here. Love checked in for Tristan Thompson. Korver comes in for Jeff Green. Smith checked in for Hood, and it's Hill in for Jose Calderon. Different look here for the Warriors. Bell is checked in for Pachulia. Green comes in for West. Kevin Durant's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. And for the Cavaliers, 40% of their field goal attempts coming from long range last season. Ran a huge part of their offense.
Well, 25 made threes in a single game against the Hawks last year was an NBA record. Not Golden State. Cleveland had that record, so it's one of the many ones that they set as a prolific three-point shooting team. And interesting because their matchups with the Golden State Warriors, as being the great shooting team that they are, that the Cavs shot more last year.
How young? George Hill missing on the three. From 13, can't hit that one. Nance with some nice D.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now here's Green. Following the miss by J.R. Smith. Curry passes to Bell. Back to Green. There's a good screen. Here's Curry with the three. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Now here is Hill. It's a pick by Love. Bell against Hill. Love with the screen on Curry. And Durant sends it back.
An extremely fluid athlete with sneaky explosiveness. It's a wonder Durant doesn't block more shots.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Here's Hill following the score by Golden State. Smith outside. That's in there. Love with the assist. Love's got 3 assists in the game. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now, here is Young. Outside Curry. And another 3 for Golden State.
Steph loves to set screens himself, but this team loves to set screens for Steph Curry. He's ready to fire.
And he's able to get it back. And so we wrap up the first half. Warriors ahead as they end the second quarter on a 15-4 run. The Jets now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, our spacing, and set better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. The game was always within a fairly narrow margin, with their largest deficit of the period being 6. They completely dominated the second quarter, turning a small deficit at the beginning of the period into a 6-point lead at the half. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
I was super impressed with their shot selection. I think that was part of the strategy coming in. They wanted to be patient with the basketball, move it around, and get high percentage looks. Obviously, that's going to be big.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
The thing I like was how they were making a conscious effort to work the ball inside. They should do the same in the second half. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Whether running the offense through the post, driving it, doesn't matter. Get to the rim, and the rest will take care of itself.
That's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Scoring consistently from range. He really lit it up there in the first half.
We'll see if they keep feeding him right now until he cools down or until the defense does something to take him away from these great opportunities. No reason to go away from him.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Well, you look at this Warriors team, so many players with height that can hit a three, bring the ball up court, and create a shot for someone else. Actually, Brent, it sounds a lot like you. That being said, do retired players ever dream of playing on a team like this talented?
Well, I think a lot of guys always think about when they're watching an NBA team play, especially ones that play a style with which you were very familiar with, that they want to put themselves out there on the floor and run the break and shoot threes. And yeah, I'm a little jealous about the way the Warriors go about their business. It would be a ton of fun to be spotted up with Kevin Durant and Steph Curry sitting out there on the wing.
LeBron and Love, the two stars at the 4 and the 5. George Hill out there with J.R. Smith, and it's Korver in at the 3 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Here's Curry, following the basket by LeBron James. Here's Durant, and James pulls it down. Now Cleveland shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Master Hill. Love with the screen on Curry. There's the pick. The drive by Hill. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
A little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the lid.
Wait, did you just say trickeration, GA? I think it's a size disadvantage there that he was willing to attack, but you have to develop that skill set and have counters.
Here is McGee, following the basket by George Hill, and the 3 ball is good.
Yeah, they're relying on their 3-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And there's the feed to LeBron. Over Green. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from James.
And I would say, look out. Right now, LeBron James is locked in.
Curry dishes to Durant. And Curry has it in the corner. From outside, off the mark. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half.
Back in 2008, Kevin Love was drafted with the 5th pick by Memphis and then traded to Minnesota, and he became the Timberwolves star player in a hurry. But they couldn't surround him with the kind of talent necessary to make it out of the lottery in the Western Conference.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball, following the score by Golden State. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Cavaliers. And despite his production, Love's impact was questioned in Minnesota, even at times, Brent, by the Wolves front office.
The idea in Minnesota is they didn't want to commit to the full 5-year max and had Ricky Rubio at the time as the franchise player. And even the whispers after the trade of Kevin Love, you heard a lot of things that might have been unflattering, most of which I don't think were necessarily true. In the end, the trade worked out for both teams. Wiggins got to Minnesota, the Cavs got a star in Kevin Love, and then ended up with a title.
Look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Love. Green comes in for Kyle Korver. Jose Calderon, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Clarkson in for Hill. Different look here for the Warriors. Pachulia, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kevon Looney comes in for Green. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Here's Iguodala. Tristan Thompson picking up that last bucket. And stolen by LeBron.
It's just not easy to contain or control LeBron James. A nightmare when trying to stop him, especially on the drive. LeBron takes on such a massive responsibility season after season and has just become so devoted to maintaining his health. That's the remarkable thing about his career. He just doesn't miss time with injuries. And if you've ever watched LeBron in the offseason, in between practices, in between games, the guy is a flat-out machine.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. Warriors leading by 4. 1:52 left in the third quarter of the game. Pachulia with the screen on Thompson. It's Thompson off the drive. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Thompson's got his second basket of the night. And as a player, Brent, what are those things that you did and LeBron does to speed recovery?
Well, cheeseburgers didn't help Kevin, but his workout regime, in terms of what he does with the weight training, the yoga, the hyperbaric chambers in there to calm his body down, slow the blood flow, doing the things he does while at altitude, traveling on planes. I mean, it's quite fascinating. It sounds like science fiction, but the fact of the matter is LeBron James does it to play at this level every night.
There's Calderon after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. Outside, Green. James kicks to Green. And another miss by Cleveland. The Warriors lead it. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Thompson passes to Livingston. Lets it go from deep, and there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Livingston. 7 points for Klay Thompson.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
To stop the run, 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And that's a good-looking stroke right there from LBJ.
20 seconds left in the third. Pass to Looney. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
What's up?
And that one misses. Hood dishes to James. Nance a screen. From deep, an absolute bomb from three-point range. James has got 10 points now just in this quarter. And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back right after this.
Yeah, lights, camera, all action. Weed is my main attraction. Hold up. Roll another one. So your eyes is like Jackson. Hit me up and I get you some. Hit me up and I get you some. Feeling like I'm the fucking one. The difference is I didn't need a gun. Moving slow. Bullshit.
And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Move it to the next guy, drive and kick, let it come out in the wash, all right?
And Steve Kerr asking his guys to simply run their offense, share the basketball.
Yeah, and don't just settle for tossing it around the horn. Attack the defense, play inside out when you can.
3 quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Warriors. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Clay in the backcourt. Bell is out there with West, and it's Young in at the small forward position.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Hood kicks to Nance. LeBron James on the wing. Cleveland moving it around. 6 to shoot. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by West. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Hangs in the air, and it's good on the layup. And it's a 12-point Warrior lead.
They've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
So, Brent, certain players are known for getting into people's heads. Who is a guy you played against that really challenged your mental toughness?
I'll give you 2 examples, Kevin. As an opponent, I would tell you that Vernon Maxwell was one of the less cerebral and more in-your-face aggressive players that I ever faced as an opponent. But on the flip side of that, Kevin, there were guys I played with that sometimes would challenge you mentally. In particular, one Gary Payton in Seattle. Always interesting to see how he approached the game, and sometimes even his own teammates.
But you always welcome the challenge, I'm sure.
Well, I take it head on. I mean, that's what guys do. They're paid to compete.
And the Cavaliers last season, bottom 3 in bench minutes and bench points.
Well, LeBron James said it himself. You remember mid-season last year, he made a comment about how the team could use one more playmaker, and if that was not prophetic with what happened to them in the NBA Finals, I don't know what is. There's a lot of extra pressure for the stars to carry the load, so they could be seeking a little bit more balance.
A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Kevin Love's checked in for Nance. Korver comes in for Jeff Green. J.R. Smith's checked in for Hood. And it's Hill in for Clarkson. And then for Golden State, JaVale McGee's checked in for West. Draymond Green comes in for Bell. And it's Kevin Durant in for Nick Young. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Teron Lewis and talked to the team. He got on him. He said he's got to see more intensity. He said we put ourselves in this hole, and we've got to work our way out of it. Show me you've got what it takes. Right?
Thank you, David. Now here's Green. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Draymond Green is always going to take the initiative. The first guy to hit, and doesn't wait for stuff to happen. He makes it happen.
Love against McGee. Left side, Love. It's a pick by Love. Here's Hill. Love. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Kicks it to Curry. McGee is screen on Love. Curry passes to McGee. Excellent D there from Hill.
Yeah, just misjudged the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
The pass to LeBron. Smith outside. Love with the screen for Smith. To stop the drought. And Durant sends it back. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Baby girl, I'm just pressing my luck. They say they're trusting your feelings. I'm saying, Mikey, you trust. You can be pushed about it, or you can.
Here's Curry. Thompson outside. Pass to Durant. Sinks that one from the post. And the Warriors lead by 16.
Well, we know about the size, but it's about his touch. You let Kevin Durant get any space inside, and you can count it.
Here's James. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Thompson. And the Warriors dominant last season again, not only because, Greg, of their offense, but because of their defense. One of the best in the NBA, and they're just so active on that end of the floor.
No doubt about it. And you know what? Credit their personnel, because it allows them so much more flexibility defensively. And even when they go small, they have excellent rim protection. They're a physical bunch. I just don't think they get enough credit for their rebounding. One of the better teams in our league.
First free throw is good. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Not a perfect trip to the free throw line, but they'll take what they can get at this point. And for Kevin Durant, one area that he excelled in last season was his rim protection. He used his length and timing to disrupt a lot of shots. And I think that's what he focused on. Joining the Warriors, you knew he was going to score, but he wanted the responsibility and came through defensively for Golden State.
He gets it in there.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Warriors.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Steph Curry.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
And Durant's rim protection was a big help to the Warriors and the defense, certainly. Durant and Green, Brent, combined to be one of the best defensive duos in the NBA.
And I'm not sure if we still think of Kevin Durant in the stopper mode, Kevin. I think we were really shocked, though, last year about how effective he could be as a team defender, using his length and having an impact around the rim and painted area like he did last year.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Stephen Curry.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. A platoon swap here for Cleveland. Different look here for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Green. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. Nick Young's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Now here's Calderon. The screen from Thompson. Nance sets a screen for Hood. 5 on the clock. Lets it go. And that's good for 2.
Well, I have no idea how he made that, but hey, sometimes a little bit of luck helps.
Iguodala outside. 50 seconds left in the game. 18 that time from Hood. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break, stolen by McGee. And here's Livingston. McGee a screen. Iguodala with it, picked up by Thompson. Another miss by Iguodala. Here's Calderon. 6-second difference between shot and game play. Nance a screen on Iguodala. Calderon dishes to Nance. Yep, it counts.
Well, the veteran instincts of Calderon on full display. He breaks down the defense, has the vision to find his man.
Now Livingston. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Kevin, how did you guys get this win tonight?
Well, we had to get stops. You know, those guys, they got so many options, so many good players, man. We just had to rally around each other and get stops.
Yeah, you guys played your best ball at the end and got the win. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.